you're 16. What's the most you ever made in a week?
In a week, bro? Maybe like 23 bands.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was that feeling like?
Bro, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I saw that number. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was incredible, bro. I went from making $25 a month to 23 bands a week.
All right, well, we are getting started with a brand new podcast. We have brand new young man, Sean Leanos. Yeah. Correct?
Yeah.
Let's go. No, not correct?
It's like, it's complicated, low key. It's like.
What's complicated? Your name?
Yeah, the last name.
Oh, say it then, dude.
Leanos.
That ain't complicated.
Yeah,
Leanos, dude.
Bro, like most teachers would mess it up at school
Yeah.
so bad.
I get that a lot with my name.
Yeah,
Dlabik. People be saying it crazy. They be saying it crazy for real. Let me check this real quick, YouTube. This is going to take forever. I'm not going to do this completely, but my OCD wants me to check it just a little bit. So, Sean, how old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Where were you born and raised?
Born and raised here in Chicago.
Born and raised in Chicago?
Yeah.
Dope, dude. So, where are your parents from?
They're from Mexico.
Mexico? What part?
Oh, shit. I don't know, bro. Low key. I never asked.
Have you gone back?
Never.
You've never gone back? Are you bilingual?
A little bit, yeah.
A little? Can you read, write, speak it, all of it?
Right gets complicated. I can speak it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dope, dude. So, who are you closest with, mom or dad?
Low key, my mom, because she kind of taught me more about like business and everything.
Yeah?
My dad, I just kind of see him on the weekends.
Yeah? What's he do?
He's like a blue collar worker.
Yeah?
He works a lot with like, I don't even know what they are. They're just like metal parts.
Yeah?
Cuts them and all that.
What was, I guess you're 16, so you're still growing up. So what was growing up like? You know what I mean? When you were as an extra young man, not when you were just, as young as you are now.
Low key, bro, we were like really, really poor.
Yeah?
Yeah, like we were house jumping, living in basements and all that. My sisters obviously got the worst of it because they're older.
Okay.
I was just kind of the younger one. But I do remember like being in a lot of different houses. And like if I asked for like a yo-yo, I had to wait like weeks to get it. So I was kind of like growing up in the young times. And like everything kind of changed when my mom started her life insurance company.
Yeah.
Like 12 years ago. Obviously she started making better money. So we kind of started moving in.
Did she just start as a sales agent, or she kind of like bought into a...
Nah, she was a sales agent. I forgot what his name. I think his name was Leo. He had an office here too in the area.
Yeah, Leo Perez.
Yeah, nah.
No?
Leo Miranda.
Oh, okay, no, I don't know.
Yeah, nah. He was working with. I forgot, bro. But she started working there, and then I think something happened between them where he started taking all her agents and like everything.
Yeah.
Like he stole everything, and so she started our company now, Leanos Financial.
Yeah. And is the D her middle name?
Yeah, so when they got divorced, she put D.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so your parents are separated?
Yeah.
Okay. And so who do you stay with?
With my mom mostly, yeah.
Stay with your mom? Dope. So what was the hardest part of growing up for you so far?
So far, bro, probably just like being lonely, I guess.
Yeah?
Because like once you start like making money, it's like weird.
Yeah, nobody's there. When you started making money?
Honest, like real money,
Yeah.
like 7 months ago. 6,
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Yeah, so you're what? Were you 15?
I started the agency when I was 15. Then kind of, it was a while. I started it after like my first heartbreak, low key.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because it was weird. I started it first when my card declined because I knew I needed to make money. But then I didn't really focus in on it until last like February when I went through my first heartbreak because I was like, all right, I gotta go through something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like where I was. And then all summer, bro, I was doing like 200 cold calls a day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And just calling who? What was the target?
Random companies, honestly. Anything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what were you trying to pitch them?
Marketing. just for my agency.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard, low key, because I'm naturally shy,
Yes.
so it was terrible, bro. I
Yeah.
had to force myself to do like half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So what the marketing, like, what were you pitching them marketing wise? What could you do better that another marketing agency or company couldn't do?
Yeah, so now obviously we do cybersecurity. We hook them up with influencers, bro. Like we automatically promote them with influencers if they need something, like restaurants and all that. We can get influencers to go in. We also build everything they need on social media, like software, anything they need to kind of just run it effortlessly with AI.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of separates us because most marketing agencies just sell you like one thing, like a package deal, and they do it for everyone else.
Yeah. So now with that being said, I guess in regard to getting into that space, what inspired you to get into that space? Like, what were you thinking? Like, oh man, I want to get into social media marketing agencies.
So it was low key. You know who Iman Ghazi is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his live, and he was talking about social media marketing, and that's why I originally started it as social media.
Yeah.
Until I realized like there was a bunch of like 12-year-olds doing it too.
Yeah.
So it was I had to stand out in a way. So I kind of went above and beyond and did everything else that they didn't want to do.
And you just hired those people that know how to do the cybersecurity, the software development.
Yeah, I outreached most of my work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And what about, how did you get influencers to want to back your marketing agency? Why wouldn't they just go work with another one?
Mostly connections, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
And how'd you get those connections if you're so shy?
it was low key through my sister
Yeah?
first, because she started doing videos with her ex. And he was a little famous because he was on a show.
Yeah.
And through him and just naturally being around like my sister and him, I started meeting like more influencers around Chicago, like Visuals by Jack and Ken Walks, kind of like those people that are local here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to develop these connections, then you develop your marketing agency. Did you have a name for it? Was it very organized, or did you just start slinging packages?
So I had a clothing brand called Zion Up Clothing, but obviously that kind of like failed after a couple months.
Okay.
So I just took that name and put it before agency, so it's just Zion Up Agency, and that's kind of how I got the name when I started. And then from there, it was a lot of just guessing, just messing around, trying to see what works.
Yeah.
Packages, I knew from the start I wasn't going to do packages.
Did you just do a la carte?
Yeah. Basically, I get on a meeting with them, see what they need, and then from there go.
Now, do you tell people that you're like 16?
Nah, bro. Not unless they ask. I try to stay away because it could either be like a 50-50. It's either like, oh, that's so cool, we can work, or it's like, nah, you're too young.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of try to stay away from it. Like, I obviously don't hide it, but if they ask, I'll tell them straight up.
And then do you manage all your money, or does your mom or dad, somebody help you?
No, it's me.
Yeah?
Kind of, yeah.
And then, so did they like point you in the direction of a CPA? Like now you're making like decent money, so like...
Right. Yeah, so I obviously have an accountant, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a must.
Yeah.
I failed math like 4 times.
Yeah.
My mom always tries to make sure like it's all legal.
Yeah.
And then my sister goes more crazy about it, like the older one.
Yeah.
She's like, bro, just don't mess up. The IRS is real. It's going to get
Yeah.
you. So that's kind of where they point me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you do any sports before you dropped out?
Yeah, bro, I was on the soccer team.
Yeah.
I still play right now in a club,
Okay.
but that's basically all I did. I did a little bit of boxing too.
Oh, okay. Oh, don't tell. So what do you do for fun? Like, do you just working? Like, what do you do? What are your hobbies?
For fun, bro, obviously soccer and then golf.
Yeah?
Fun in the summer, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
And like any food? Like, what do you do?
Bro, I used to be like decent at cooking. I always loved it. But low-key now I just cook for survival. I just like steak and eggs.
Yeah.
That's all.
You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
You can't go wrong with that. What are kind of the goals for the next year?
The next year, bro, for sure, try to grow my agency kind of to a point where it's decently big. Maybe sell it off. Something I've been thinking about just because of my carpenting company that's coming up.
Yeah.
Just because simply I feel like at some point, like the hype for marketing agencies is just going to die out in a bit. Like it's already dying out. Like, you know, they're like, SMMA is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I want to kind of sell at the peak just to get out of it. And
That's smart to exit before you lose it all.
exactly.
You know what I mean? You never know when something's going to die down.
Right.
So transition in. Now, what's your carpentry? How's it going to separate from other carpentry?
That's the good part, bro. So obviously, it's gonna be like my whole thing is the future of carpentry.
Yeah.
Just cause we're developing an app, kind of. I don't know how much I can say, but it's kind of to a point where, like, say you need your lawn mowed or something, you can just kind of scan like the area you need done.
Yeah.
And it automatically calculates like the size, and then it sends you a quote over immediately.
And does it sound like a robot out to mow the lawn?
No. We have someone show up within 2 hours
Okay.
of you requesting a service.
Okay.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
All right.
That ain't bad. And so, where do you see yourself living, when you turn 18?
Honestly, I feel like I'm not gonna have like a stable life. I want to kind of travel a lot, have a lot of different places.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna dump a lot of my money into real estate the second I'm 18.
Yeah.
But I definitely want like a place in Dubai. Just
Yeah.
'cause it's fun, and a place here and Miami, just like party places.
So, you're 16. What's the most you ever made in a week?
In a week, bro, maybe like 23 bands.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was that feeling like?
Bro, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I saw that number. I was like, how?
Yeah.
It was incredible, bro. I went from making $25 a month to 23 bands a week.
And it was all from social media marketing?
Yeah. It's the week I did Remax.
Yeah, the Remax deal.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you bought?
A lot of things, bro. At that time, it was like having money was still new to me. So I was going shopping like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I was just buying like random clothes that I don't even wear now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I went from having Payless shoes to like whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Off-whites and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So, do you have a favorite restaurant? Are you a foodie? I know you're not, you're just into steaks and eggs right now, but
Yeah.
like, is there a restaurant you like to go to? I always like to ask. 'Cause
There's
I'm a
like
big
one
restaurant guy.
steakhouse. I don't know if you know. It's right here, bro. Chamagaucha.
Oh, yeah. These guys go to Chamagotcha all the time.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Yeah, I like Chamagotcha.
Yeah, I've been going there since like
Brazilian steak.
years now.
Yeah, you flip the card. Are you, do you follow any influencers to kind of get, inspiration from and kind of like, aside from Iman Gadzhi?
Alex Hermosi.
Yeah, I like Alex Hermosi.
Yeah, he's got good quotes. I low-key unfollowed a lot just because I should just be scrolling.
Yeah,
so I was like, I gotta stop,
too much.
bro. Yeah, I just follow like Alex. What's his name? Jordan Welch.
Okay.
I don't know if you know.
Is he good? What's he do?
He did drop shipping, but I don't even know what he's on. He's just kind of like inspirational.
Yeah.
He's just young, and he teaches you like on YouTube. He has like videos of like going from $0 to like 500. Like he shows you kind of how to do it in
Yeah.
real life. Like he was doing DoorDash and selling Christmas trees, just to show like you can do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know who Renzo is. I
What's
think
he
he's from Chicago.
What's he do?
Social media marketing too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And Eddie Cumberledge or something like that.
Okay. What's he do?
Social media marketing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he kind of does more of like the influencer route, like content creation for influencers and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, which is something we kind of try to do more, but I feel like I like doing influencers more because it's kind of a little more simple.
Yeah.
Like that could be more of like a package deal. You just kind of set them up for something, but obviously there's bigger money in companies.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, what about movies? Do you like movies, TV shows, games?
I like games, not really. I sold my PS4. I just haven't used it in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Movies, bro. I love The Wolf of Wall Street. It's a
Yeah.
classic.
You were allowed to watch that? Isn't it rated R?
Very rated R, bro. But nah, I love it. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like on Netflix, I just be watching like Suits and Peaky Blinders now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
That's hilarious. Typical dude.
yeah.
That's hilarious. So, where do you see yourself when you're my age? 25, 26. Where do you want to be? Dubai? Live in Dubai full time?
Nah, I feel like I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's too hot over there, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Melt. I feel like Dubai is just for fun right now when I'm young. Just stop by. 25, 26. Low-key, I always thought like at 18 I was gonna cut like 75% of my work to kind of enjoy. Because right now I don't have a life, honestly.
Yeah.
Just straight working all day. 25, 26.
So retired at 18, basically.
Basically, yeah.
I feel like I retired at like 21. I know what you're talking about. Where it's like now, I'll just pretty much after 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Pretty much just take calls. You know what I mean? I'll just, as calls will pop up. Sometimes you'll see like you saw like a spree of calls just happen over the course of 45 minutes. So I'll have calls, emails, texts. But after 11 a.m., I really don't have any meetings. I just go do my workouts. I like to work out. You know, try to invest more money into the media. That way I can generate more attention. Because I think ultimately I'm taking the, I wouldn't call it the long-term approach, but the more, maybe not even sustainable. I don't know what would be the best term.
Like save.
Approach on, well, not necessarily saving, but more so in regard to like building a media platform that can be monetized like a social media marketing agency, but I can just sell it internally. You know what I mean? Where it's like the platform's got 1 million plus subs, you know what I mean, across different platforms. And it's like, hey, listen, if you want advertisement, you want marketing, you know, just pay us an advertisement fee. You know what I mean? And kind of sell it that way. I just don't know like how you guys sell it in these SMMA agencies. And like, if you guys don't even have like anybody following or anything, you know what I mean? Like, is it just money into ad dollars?
It's really anything. It depends like what you want for sure. Like each company's different. Some just want straight brand awareness. Bro. They like, I don't even care if I get sales. I just want my name out there. Yeah. So we just dump hella on like billboards and ads. Because it's easy at that point.
And they don't like have the wisdom to like just go on Instagram and just plug in the ad.
It's
or like,
either they're like too old or they just don't know or they don't care.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah. Man, we might need to start an SMMA, bro. Charge somebody 20 bands.
Bro, for sure.
Send me 20 bands and I'm gonna put a video of you on Instagram.
It's crazy.
It's wild, dude. That's wild. Do you follow any major topics of like the news or like things that pop up in the pop culture world? I don't know, Taylor Swift and stuff like that. You're young.
Low-key, yeah, I'd be on TikTok, like the whole thing right now with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And all that.
What's going on with that?
Bro, like, no one likes Taylor.
Yeah, nobody likes Taylor.
They want.
But I saw she drove the NFL revenue by like $300-something million.
Right. So I guess like as a business standpoint, like keep her in there.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's worse, her being there or Patrick Mahomes' voice.
You see his little zesty walk, bro?
No.
They make fun of him because he's so like zesty with it. Like,
yeah.
On the field. I was like, nah, bro, that's wild.
That's too much. What were you saying?
His brother's the worst out of all.
Oh my God, you were just hanging out with him.
You were just
No.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, you can't say it. We'll have to cut. Yeah, dude, the Chiefs, something else. I thought, because a lot of people, there were predictions going out that some type of media was leaked that it was going to be the Ravens and 49ers. But then I heard that was a conspiracy, and the real conspiracy was that Hollywood and the elites just wanted you to vote and bet on, you know, that game going on, but it really didn't go on, so they just wanted to take all that money. So I was like, just so you lose all that money. And I was like, man, there's a conspiracy for every conspiracy. Sure. I can't think of anything else major going on, any other major news or dilemmas going on in the pop culture.
Kanye's new album
that he's probably never going to drop.
Right, no.
Conor McGregor got a movie coming out with Bob Menery. I don't know if you know Bob Menery, but I spent a weekend with him in Vegas. We made a podcast. He's plugged in. Connections is insane. If you have connections, bro, like real big connections, like I told him to get Patrick David on the phone. He got Patrick David on the phone in like 24 hours. Yeah, stupid connections.
You got something great going on here, bro. You're like the wolf.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. You know what I mean? We put a lot of kids on, a lot of people in the area making a lot of good money. Just a simple product. We sell life insurance.
I feel like once you get to like a point, you just kind of switch over and try to help as many people.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm at that point yet, but I'm definitely trying to help. You know, I think simultaneously, you know, there's great sayings you'll hear from great men and women, and they'll say, the more people you help get what they want, the more you'll get what you want. So, you know, a couple of my guys, you know, one's got a McLaren, one's got an R8, one's got a C8, one's got, I guess I'll, you know, start to depreciate here, but a C63 and a bunch of Audis, different things like that. One of the guys is looking to get a Lambo in the spring, and all these guys drive nicer cars than me. You know what I mean? So I always tell everybody, it's like, you know, you're gonna love working for someone when you can't tell who's the boss.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? Like you really can't tell here. You know, you would think 6, 7 guys are the boss here. You know, and
Because everyone's winning.
everybody's winning. You know, so you know, I love showing the opportunity. I love showing the amount of families that we protect, not just the money that we give back. You know, I love. We were able to, you know, do a whole Christmas for a family this year, and I remember growing up, you know, we couldn't even afford to do Christmas. You know, there were Christmases that it's like, I shouldn't say we weren't able to afford, because my mom did everything in her power to put together good things for us, and we always had something good in front of us to eat, a good gift to open, and that, just not your typical American Christmas. And to be able to give back, because there were a few times the church took care of us, and like some random charity took care of us. And so to be able to the roles be reversed, and we drove to someone's house, paid my sister to, you know, order the gifts, wrap the gifts, and we drove to someone's house, and we were able to provide them a Christmas was, you know, dope. It was really dope. So my goal is to do 100 families this year. We did one last year, and the issue isn't the money. The issue is finding someone that's not like trying to scam you.
I gotta get you on my charity, bro. I have a foundation.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
We gotta
Yeah.
get you on.
For
We just
sure.
we help like young entrepreneurs, because like they need help, bro. Like
Yes.
a lot of kids have good ideas.
Well, that's what this podcast is for. Is I like a lot of people are going to say no to you. One, out of ego, they're not going to believe you. 2, you're 16, so they're not going to believe you.
Right.
And 3, they're just soft, so they're not going to do the work. You know what I mean? Because it takes time to do something like this. It takes time to edit it. It takes money to edit it. It takes energy. You know how the media goes. So, but the podcast, this whole point of this podcast, and we're on like 250 plus recorded episodes. The whole point of this was to create a space for people that are just good people to begin with. Even if you don't have an idea and you're not a creative person. Let's just say someone's watching this, they're like your dad, they're a blue collar worker.
Right.
You just want to come and talk shop, you know what I mean? And just talk. You guys have a good, genuine conversation. And I want to say yes to the people that get told no to a lot. And like, people make them feel like nobodies. Because I spent most of my life feeling like a nobody. Like, nobody would ever give me a seat at the table. They would never listen to me. They would never take my call. They would never give me an opportunity, whether it was I was too young, whether I was because I was mixed, whether it was because I didn't have the same degree or standards or education as other individuals. They looked down on me. So like those are my homies, is the people that are looked down on. Like, I love those people, because that's who I will be to the core for my entire existence. I'm gonna always be that kid inside that was looked down upon, both parents incarcerated, you know, growing up on food bank lines and food stamps, and cards declining, bro, is my middle name. You know what I mean? I grew up with the cards declining, bro. Like, that's sweet Chimney. We know that, dog. I know that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to be around those people, because I was that person. You know, like, I at least want to create a space for those people to like find and pluck the good ones and be like, bro, it don't have to be like this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, for a season, yes, but not for your entire life. So
No, I get it. It's hard though, for sure, because you try to like help some people, but it's either they don't want to put the work in.
They don't want to put the work in, or they don't know how to put the work in. They're not in the right environment. You know, there's one parable I love from the Bible. I don't know what you believe, but there's a parable from the Bible, and it says here that, you know, essentially Jesus gave these men some seeds, and as he has the seeds and he goes to plant the seeds, the man throws some on the concrete, they don't grow. He throws some on some sandy area, they don't grow. He throws some in the water and they get washed away. And he throws some on some good soil. Yeah. You know, and I think a lot of people just get casted out, and they're good people. You're good seed, but you just weren't planted in the right environment. Right. You was in the wrong place. You the right person, you was in the wrong place. Now there's just some garbage people that are just garbage seeds in the garbage place, and that's a choice. No one's born garbage. Right. You choose to destroy your seed, and then there's no longer opportunity for you. But as long as your heart's right, don't give up. I told the people this morning, I was reading in Matthew 7, and Matthew 7 says, if you just keep seeking, you're going to find the answer. If you keep knocking, the door's going to open. If you keep searching, you will find God. And I try to translate that into business terms because maybe not everybody's looking for Jesus there.
Right.
Some people are just here looking for $1.
Right.
If you keep knocking and calling and seeking, you're going to find $1.
Exactly.
If you keep seeking, knocking, and calling, you're going to find an SMMA package. If you keep showing up, you're going to find a way to get the job done. And so, you know, it's good to see your story and to see how far you've come in a year. But, you know, as we wrap up, I'll challenge you with this. What I tell all my guys and girls is I say, look how far you've come and imagine how far you can go.
Right.
And the difference between those two is just will. Like Hormozy always says.
Right.
You know, entrepreneurship isn't a test of intellect, it's a test of will. You going from where you're at now to where you want to go is just how willing you are. Because it's sweet right now, brother. You making money. But what about when you go through another season of drought? What about maybe you never go through a financial season of drought again, but you get your heart broken? You're 16, brother. I'm telling you right now, I've had 3 heartbreaks. You know what I mean? Like, what about when you get your heart broken again? Because as a young man, I know heartbreak hurts more than losing $1. You know what I mean? Like that hurts more than losing $1. So, you know, I would challenge you, if you don't believe, get into the Word of God. If you do believe, get into some more Word, because it's life changing and it's going to keep you.
Have like God like in your business, bro.
Bro, that's the only thing that saved me.
Like my agency's logo is an angel.
Yeah.
So is my carpenting company. And people are always like, even my own sisters, they're like, don't put that because people are going to think like you're crazy or whatever.
Nah, brother.
I don't care, bro.
I'm proud.
Just let it go.
There's one thing I respect about, there's a lot of Middle Eastern individuals in Chicago. It's very diverse in Chicago. But what you find about immigrants in general, and I'm talking about the Polish, I'm talking about the Muslims, they're very proud about their beliefs, from their culture to their religion. And it's one thing I think in Western society in America, we got to bring back. We need to be proud about our faith. We need to be proud about Jesus. We need to be proud about our culture, and we need to bring the home back. We need to unite and take care of our women, our mothers, our fathers, our grandfathers, our grandmothers. We need to bring back, like I bet, does Abuela still live with you? Is grandma? You know what I mean? But do you reach out? We got to bring that back. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because I know some of the immigrants, even the Hispanics, they take care of the abuela. You know what I mean? Like mom, grandma, like it's very traditional. Like we got to bring tradition back. You know what I mean? We got to make the world great again.
I feel like low key we're like kind of failed in this world.
Yeah, because we're divided in the house. You know what I mean? Like, the Word of God says a house divided is a house that will fall.
Right. It's crazy low key because like you be going down school. And I fought them a little bit, like, before I left, because I knew I wasn't going to go back. I was like, yo, why do we have, like, LGBTQ flags everywhere if we can't have the cross?
Yeah.
Because that's disrespectful. And they're like, oh, well, not everyone's, like, Christian. I'm like, okay, but not everyone's, like, part of...
Yeah, part of that community. Right. No, I agree. There's, you know, if there's going to be inclusivity, I think, you know, people have to look at it from both perspectives and not just one, not just a singular one.
I feel like everyone's soft now, too.
Real soft, man.
My generation, bro, you say one wrong thing.
I wrote a book my first year in business, and I never released it. And it's called The Last of a Dying Breed. And it's in reference to there's no more strong people anymore. Yeah. Because good times made soft people, and soft times, it's curating right now. Because you'll see these quotes, you know, as the pandemic occurred, that good times make soft people, and soft people make hard times, and hard times make strong people. And we're in the very beginning, really, of hard times. Harder times are coming. People think like, man, the end of the world's coming. Listen, the end of the world ain't coming. There's been cycles.
Exactly.
It's always been hard. The only thing that's different is media has only gotten better at capturing. You know, people are like, we've never had bad Bro, I just studied all 44 presidents over the last month and a half. We've had worse presidents than what we've had. Terrible. We've had worse presidents than what we've had. You know what I mean? 200 years ago, presidents owned slaves. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
These presidents aren't that bad. You know what I mean? So it's like, we've come a long way. We just have Instagram now. We got TikTok now and Twitter and YouTube, and everybody and their mother is a news anchor and reporter. So it's like the whole world, you can't blink without it getting reported and somebody got something documented on you. So it's like the world ain't gonna end, but definitely we are in some times where some strong people are about to get made. And if you're gonna be one of those strong people made, it's because you're the one that got up and did the work every single day with no excuses. You just looked inside and realized, I ain't gonna be soft. I ain't gonna live that life. I'm about to go be a dog, and I'm gonna go take everything that's mine. Everything that's mine. And if you can have 1% of that energy, you will walk all over you will destroy all the competition. You'll make all the money. You'll drive what you want, live where you want. You'll take care of mom, dad, grandma, kids. Everything will be yours.
Oh, that's something like, especially nowadays, like people feel like it's hard to be successful, but you kind of like everything you need right now. You can just go on your phone and make money in 2 seconds if you put in the work. But
Yes.
I feel like a lot of kids, especially like what I've seen, bro, they're just lazy.
Yes.
Or like they just gave up already
Yes.
so young. Or they just
I never blame a bad kid.
exactly.
I never say a kid's bad. It's almost like saying when people say pit bulls are bad. I ain't never been bit by a pit bull. You know what I mean? I get bit by chihuahuas.
Right.
It's a reflection of the owner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, kids aren't bad. That's why there's no human to truly to blame. We just have to go back to Adam and Eve and blame them for everything. You know what I mean? Because our parents that we had bad encounters with, sometimes you have a bad argument with dad. He gets a little nuts. You know what I mean? At least my dad, he got nuts. You know what I mean? So he just sometimes, but there's a lot of great things I got from my father. There's a lot of bad things I had encountered. And that's just vice versa as well. Like, there's probably bad things I disappointed my dad with, and we haven't had a relationship pretty much my entire life. My entire life, he's been gone. My mom, same deal. A lot of great things I got from that angel. You know what I mean? And probably some bad things as well, but vice versa. Way more bad I gave her than she gave me. And I look at it this way. It's like there's no one to blame except those that came before. And that's an endless list. It's an endless list. It goes back to the beginning of time.
It's definitely generational, bro. Because honestly, I feel like if you give like half these people like a decent space where like people actually like listen to them, try a little bit to like hear them out.
Yeah.
They could be more successful than me in like a short amount of time.
Well, and the thing is people look at success the wrong way.
Exactly.
We look at success as a surface level.
Right.
And we look at success and we measure it on what's in your bank, what do you look like, what do you sound like. There are some really successful people that may not look the prettiest, that may not have the most money, and they may not sound like a genius, but they got a great heart. They love God, they love their family, and they are trying their best. Great attitude, great effort, and they are trying their absolute best. That's a good human being. That's a successful human being. But then you got pretty people, a lot of money, sound intelligent, and are just evil, horrible people that will just take advantage of you, bully you, humiliate you, smile in your face, and you turn around, they stab you in the back. You know what I mean? So it's like measuring success for me has evolved from when I was your age to when I'm an old man, like now, as you perceive me.
Barely, bro. You're old as like my sister. I call her old. She's 32 or 33.
Better hope she don't watch this.
She probably will. Bro.
Yeah.
She'll find it at some point.
Yeah.
She knows though. I feel like, I don't know, it really comes down to God at the end.
Yes.
Because I was far from him, bro. Like I used to be like, oh no, the Bible's fake.
Yeah.
Like I was like, nah, he ain't real. Until I just kept getting humbled in life and I couldn't explain it. I was like,
you're so lucky you learned that the humility comes before elevation. You don't get to rise in this life until you find humility. And a lot of individuals, they'll go their entire lives. And the Bible says pride comes before the fall. You know what I mean? And people will stay proud and egotistical until they're 70 years old, until they figure it out like, man, I just now figured out I need to be humble.
Right.
Bro, you couldn't figure that out when you were 16, like my boy Sean Leanos?
Bro, because like I went from like being happy in the relationship and then I failed. Like it broke up.
Yes.
When I started my agency, couldn't get anything for like first 3 months. Then got the first client and then I got sick and then everything, bro. I couldn't explain it.
Yeah.
And then people are like, bro, how'd you do it? I'm like, God, bro, low key, like there are situations where I was stuck, bro. I didn't know what I was going to do. I remember I was like at the gym.
Yes.
I was freaking out, bro. I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get this paid out? And then it just kind of worked out because like God be saying, put all your worries at my feet.
Put all your worries at his feet, brother. You never have to worry about tomorrow. You know what I mean? I think that's one of my favorite verses. And I want to say it's in Romans, but it's a verse I always go back to. And God always, he says in this word, he says, if I take care of the birds and I take care of the flowers and the skies are blue and the flowers are blooming and the birds are eating, how much more do I care about you? If they're taken care of, you don't got to worry.
Exactly.
You know, I look outside and I always think like, man, how am I, like same exact deal as you. There's a lot of money coming through this organization right now. And there's still a lot going on. And sometimes I'm like, man, how am I going to make this work and that work? And I'll go outside from a workout, coming back from the workout, just in general, and I'll be like, all right, man, the sky's blue. It's not red. It don't look like that movie. You ever seen that movie 2012? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, bro.
we're like the end of the world. Like,
Yeah.
all right, well, the ocean ain't coming out of the sky right now. there ain't giraffes flying around, and like, it don't look like the end of the world.
Right.
Well, I'm good then, because God still got me. If
Exactly,
it don't look like the end of the world, I'm good to go. If it's the end of the world, all right, I'm calling everybody up. Yo, it was nice. Peace, Zaleski. Figure this out. You know what I mean? Figure this out. Go back to Tippecanoe, Colorado. What's that land? What's that? Where's that land? Your mom's getting a house in?
Steamboat.
Yeah, Stewboat Springs.
Do you know what a steamboat is?
I don't think we should talk about
It's a
it.
boat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. I thought you guys came up with some weird Colorado analogy. I was like, no, please don't say it. Whatever you're thinking about. What are you thinking about?
The fact that you don't know what a steamboat is.
I know what a steamboat is. I thought you were talking about some Urban Dictionary thing, brother. Like, you kept saying it weird. Your eyes got real big, and you were like, do you know what a steamboat is? Who says it like this?
Steamboat to Tippecanoe.
You were saying it like this. Like, no wonder I'm going to be freaked out. You know what a steamboat is, boy? Like, no. Like, the normal one? Like, what are you talking about?
Tippecanoe.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Oh, snap, boys. Snap. So, is there anything else you want to add, bro? This was a phenomenal conversation.
I feel, yeah, bro. I just feel like people like kind of misunderstand us. Like
Yes.
they be seeing like the money and like your life, and like we don't put it out there just to like flex or anything.
I
It's
do.
just kind of like our life, and
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
like for sure, like I see like how some people could like hate you, just cause like you're showing like your life off, and you're like you're confident in what you do, bro, and you
I
like,
gotta be.
show yourself like that, and some people take that the wrong way.
No, yeah, a lot of people do, and
Yeah,
it's fear. You know, I try to label it as 2 or 3 things, and it's really not me, you know, justifying or defending these individuals, but I'm like, when I was that person, why was I so angry at rich people and successful people? And it was fear of, more so like missing out, of like, man, I want to do that, but I'm too scared to go try and do it. Or 2, I tried things and they didn't work out. I remember like this orange drink came out, like an MLM, when I was like 15 or 16, and it was like Vimo or something, and like, man, I was up all day and night, like emailing NBA teams and like, new energy drink, love to get this out to you guys. It was an MLM, but like there's you go through these failures as a kid, and you're trying to sell things, you're trying to do things, and you're trying to make it, and it calluses your mind, but it can do it positively or negatively, and negatively in a sense of like, money isn't real. You're only born with it. It only goes to rich people. It's not for you. Or positively, we're like, the next thing's gonna work. The next thing's gonna work. The next thing's gonna work. So I'll just keep going and keep trying.
Like,
and so that's like failures.
exactly, bro. It's like people don't realize like before you get successful in life, you fail like 90%.
You never stop failing.
Exactly.
There's
You're
a thing
still
too.
gonna keep failing.
Elon Musk isn't the richest man in the world right now.
He's not, bro.
Yeah, he just lost $18 billion, I think, in the last week. And then Bernard Arnault, who's the owner of Louis Vuitton,
Right.
Dior, all those different companies, he went up 20 billion. So now it rolls reverse. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's kind of crazy, bro, because like obviously like my girl, like she was like, bro, you say these things so normally, but like to the average person it's like off. Like it's not average.
No, it's not average, dude.
Exactly.
You freak people out.
Exactly, bro. That's what I got to. Like she was telling me like no, like 90% of the population will call you crazy for some of the things you say.
Yeah,
But
they're-
to me it's like
Normal.
because that's like kind of how I got there. And
Yeah, normal.
it kind of got me thinking like there's so many people out there that I kind of want to help. That's why I got my charity up,
Got to.
so I could like help them out with any way I can possibly do.
Yeah.
Donating, helping them start a business or
Yeah.
anything. We did a campaign for my marketing agency where I took some time, like 3-4 months, where I purely helped small businesses,
Yeah.
like small brands, kind of help them grow, really for free, honestly, because they
Yeah.
can't pay a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, just pay your ads and don't worry about me.
Yeah.
We helped a couple of clothing brands. It was fun, kind of seeing like them happy
Yeah.
at the end, because clothing brands mostly, I hate to say it if you have one, but they're gonna fail most of the time.
Yeah.
Just because
Very rarely you're gonna see 1 out of a million turn into like a young LA.
Exactly, bro. It's so saturated, especially since a lot of people just use the same designs. But I grew this guy's his rapid fire clothing. I got him right when he was young. Like he barely started. And I remember I woke up one day before school and he said, "Bro, thank you so much. Like I did your TikTok ideas and I did all this and we made 2K."
Yeah.
And he's never done that before.
Yeah.
That kind of just made me happy. Like it got me so excited to help more small brands. And I helped this plumbing company. They were struggling low key and their truck broke down.
Yeah.
Like we need help, bro. And we grew them. We grew them decently. They got a new truck and I'm glad for all
That's fire.
clients I've helped so far.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This was a fire podcast.
Exactly.
Got to rip a good 40, 45-minute podcast. And I'm excited to follow up with you, see where you're at in a year. We're going to do another one, see where you're at, keep growing.
Exactly, bro. We
Keep
got to
going.
do something too for
Yes.
everything. 10x
Yes.
everything.
Let's 10X it. Let's 10X it right now.
10x right now.
Let's go.
I
All
got
right,
you.
another episode of Adversity Kings. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now, please. Only my mom is subscribed right now.
Right.
Basically, 2,800 times. Please subscribe, share this, subscribe everybody now. Subscribe. Bye.